Journey's experiment of predator versus prey. Here in our lovely meadow we have 10 deer. They are all grazing on grass. We're going to see how many deer the wolf will get when he goes on his hunt. Drop it. How many did he get? 1, 2. He made a couple of them run. Is there any underneath there? 3. So he got 3 deer his first time. We'll move those off to the side. Okay, and she's going to chart that. Hand me the paper. On her chart here.
So our deer population doubled. So now we have 42, and our wolf population doubled as well because they each had pups.
Okay, and also notice that there are more deer which take up more room of the meadow. Drop it down.
And what?
Well, he starved. He just fell off the cliff trying to get one. Okay, wolf number 2 is going for the hunt. Out of our 12 wolves that we had, only 3 of them survived. 9 died. We had 3 baby wolves, 16 deer survived, and 22 deer got caught. Okay, so what do you think about us having 36 deer and 16 wolves, Journey?
Well, because there are less, when there are less.
So if we only have 36 deer, but we have 16 wolves, about how many deer is that per wolf?
That is about 2 deer per wolf and a couple extra.
And they have to have at least 3 deer to survive and to make a new pup. So what do you think is going to happen?
That the herd is going to get, the pack is going to get smaller.
The wolf pack? Some of them are going to starve, right?
Yes.
Okay, so here we go. Drop in our 8 wolves. And while we were on our break and taking care of the baby, our dog decided to have a fight with some of our wolves. And these are 2 of the 3 out of the 8 that we dropped that kind of died. So we're still going to have to use them, but they're coming back to life for a few minutes. Okay, so obviously we've had 2 that have died because this guy only caught 1 and he didn't catch any. So that's 2 more that are gone out of our 16. Okay, we'll tally them up and let you know. Poor wolf. He got eaten by a chihuahua. Okay, so we're starting with 14 deer in our herd in our beautiful meadow now. And our 5 wolves that survived out of the 16 had 5 pups. So we had a total of 11 wolves that starved because there weren't enough deer to feed them all. And the same thing is probably going to happen again this time, don't you think, Journey?
Yeah.
I mean, we only have 14 deer and we have 10 wolves. So that's obviously not enough. And we've got one lonely deer over here that ran away. He's our only survivor, you guys. He's the only wolf
He's the only survivor.
that survived, and here's our only deer that survived. So now what are we going to do?
No idea. idea.
Well, we're going to go find some more deer somewhere and continue with our experiment. We're on trial number what, Journey?
We are on trial number 13.
Okay, we'll be
we're
right
on
back.
12.
Okay, so our wolves had to go find a new herd because they killed out the other one. And the one wolf had a wolf pup. So now we have 10 new deer of a new herd in a new meadow with 2 wolves. Go ahead. Okay, so we are at trial number 15, which is prediction. And Journey, what is your prediction in this trial of predator versus prey?
So, after the first 14 trials, we have a pattern. The more deer in the herd, the more caught by the wolves, and allow the wolves to reproduce. Since the herd of deer died out in trial 13, the 2 remaining wolves had to find a new herd for trial 14. I suspect that this pattern will continue. If the herd grows larger, so will the pack. When the pack gets too large, they will once again kill off the herd of deer.
And then they'd have to go find a new herd, right? Okay, so what do you think is the solution to this problem of the packs of wolves killing off the herds of deer?
Well, there needs to be something to balance out the wolves and the deer.
The amount of wolves in the pack?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's where hunters come in. So the hunters hunt the wolves so that the wolf pack doesn't get too big.
Right.
And the wolves help the deer herd so that it doesn't get too big.
So they stabilize each other.
Yes.
Okay, so as you can see, our herd is growing again. Our population is now at 26.
But our wolves haven't grown at all.
No, we had 1 wolf survive last time and he had a pup. So 26 deer for 2 wolves. Let's send them hunting. Okay, so here's our herd in our wonderful meadow. And we now have 36 deer in this population.
And for wolves,
We have 4 wolves that are going hunting for our last trial, trial number 20. And Journey's going to send them this time. Okay, so in our final tally from trial number 20, there were 19, these 4 wolves caught 19 deer, and no wolves starved. There were 4 surviving wolves, and 4 baby wolves came out of that, 4 pups, and only 17 deer survived out of 36. So the next one, if we would have done it one more time, we would have been starting with 8 wolves again and 34 deer. So the process just keeps going over and over again. You get 38 deer and 8 wolves. Here's her paper she's wanting me to show. This concludes your experiment of predator versus prey and your 20 trials. What do you think about that?
I think that it was actually pretty cool to learn how they actually hunt and how they balance each other out.
And it goes up and down. It doesn't really stay the same, but there's a constant pattern, right?
Right.